Hey there, beautiful friends. This is Gina. Welcome to the Rebookery channel. This is a long overdue journal process video. I started filming this earlier this week and then wasn't able to get it done. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, I am going to finish this. So the reason why I want to get this done is because this is one of those things that I think a lot of people struggle with. It's being caught up. And I hate using that term caught up because whenever I say I have to get caught up on my memory keeping or my journaling, I feel like it's become a job. But this was a journal spread I had wanted to do about everything that happened in the month of October. October is a really busy month. It's the beginning of birthdays and holidays and just crazy stuff going on at school. So I had a lot of stuff I wanted to journal about, but I did not have time to do like 20 separate spreads. So I decided that I was going to just do one spread, one 2-page spread in my little journal, and I was going to incorporate the entire month of October on this spread. And that was a challenge that was pretty lofty. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it or not, but I made it work. So here's how I did it. I just took these little file folders, and you could just use any type of, you could just use little cards if you wanted, but I've been playing around with some paper scraps and I made these little file folders, and I thought, well, I'll just take these file folders and each file folder will be some sort of memory or something that I wanted to document. So it's almost like I'm compartmentalizing my October. So I just grabbed them. I will be honest with you guys, I did not do, there's no matching of anything. I didn't pay attention to what patterns or anything about that. I just grabbed what I had on hand. The only thing I did use was there was a paper scrap that I think you can see it in the background, and it says October Afternoon because it is from the October Afternoon Paper Company. And as I found that scrap, I thought, well, that would be cool because this is about October. So that was the only thing I made sure I used. Everything else, I'm just haphazardly grabbing it and using it. And I'm not paying attention to the placement either. I'm just getting these little file folders down on my journal. And you'll see I have to go back and redo some stuff, but that's okay because that's part of the process. So now I'm just going through, after I adhered them all with my tape runner, I'm just going through with some washi tape and kind of adding just a little bit of decoration on each one of those little file folders. So my plan is to put my pictures that I've printed out for October. I'm kind of going through right now and kind of clumping them together as to what kind of goes together, and then just putting them next to a file folder. And I did not count these out beforehand. I don't know that I'm going to have enough file folders for my memories or enough memories for my file folders, vice versa. I'm just kind of winging it here. And you can tell this was the video I shot a couple of days ago because it's starting to get dark and you can really see the shadows. So once I get the pictures all situated, I kind of stop for the day and I don't get back to it until today, which is sunny. So you'll see the lighting looks a little bit different. All right, so here we go. Woke up this morning and I just started putting these pictures in. I'm not paying attention to where they're going. I'm just putting them down on the file folders. Some are going to go on front, some are going to go on the back. And these pictures are not in order. So I'm not going to get all jazzed up about that. If I don't have them in chronological order, that is a-okay. It's all about just getting the memory down. It doesn't matter what day or date. In fact, on this journal spread, I did not put a date at all. Now that I think of it, I didn't even go back and put what year it was. So that's kind of cool because that's usually something I put on my journal spreads, but I'm not doing it this time. And that's okay. You can totally do that. It's in a year from now when you go back and look at this spread, it is not going to matter if you had everything perfect and lined up and in chronological order. Okay, so just finishing up putting my pictures down here on my little file folders. I have a lot of people ask me about that tape runner that I use. It's ATG 700, I believe, and I bought it a million years ago. I love it. I glue everything with that tape runner, and I know that the tape, like the refills, are kind of expensive, but there's this place online called Scrapbookpal.com. I will link it below. And you can actually buy the refill tapes really reasonably. It doesn't come in the factory packaging. It comes in like a baggie. And so I'll buy, 10 or so at a time, and I love that thing. I couldn't do any crafting without it. It is my go-to. And the adhesive is really, really strong. I believe is it Scotch? I think it's Scotch is the brand, and it is really, really strong and durable. And I use it to glue fabric and paper. I've even used it to glue like some small plastic and metal, wood, things like that. Okay, so now I'm just trying to fit in, once I get my pictures down, I'm just trying to fit in like tags and envelopes and cards that I've accumulated through October. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you see that cute, cute little card. That was not made by me. That was made by one of my sweet, sweet friends on the internet. I have several sweet, sweet friends on the internet, and I love all of you guys to pieces. Just absolutely love you guys. And so one of my sweet friends sent me that card, and it's perfect because it's October. October is my birthday month, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. And I wanted to make sure I incorporated that. So that I put down in the bottom right-hand corner, and you saw where I had to move over one of the little file folders to make it fit. And I actually turned it into a pocket, so I'll be able to slip some tags in there. So the sticker that I just added was a sticker I picked up at a store that I went to for my birthday. I got some clothing at a local store here in Kansas City. I'm addicted to Kansas City t-shirts and jackets and hoodies and things like that, anything that supports Kansas City. So I went to one of my favorite stores and grabbed one of those stickers. I don't even know what it's for. I think it's called Fed Up Fest. It was kind of cool, so I stuck that in. I took the tags from my clothing and added that to the left-hand side. And then I even peeled the price tags off because, I don't know, I just thought they were kind of cool. So I put those price tags on. Now, this is a pack of, so you guys know I like the China markers and stuff. So this is a pack of some China markers. They're kind of mechanical because you can twist them and the little marker part comes up. But this is from another one of my sweet, sweet friends that I love dearly. She actually bought a pack for herself and thought about me, and so she sent me a package of them. And this is the first time I've used them. They've been sitting on my desk, and I've been wanting to use them. I just haven't found an opportunity because I've been so busy making books. I haven't actually been journaling in my books. So I pulled them out, and I'm using them, and let me tell you, they are awesome. Love them, love them, love them. And they come in a bunch of really cool colors. I think in the box that she sent me, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, black. So yeah, love them. And she got them off of Amazon, I believe. So yeah, they're pretty awesome. So I'm just going around my pictures because I'm doing my lazy style here where I don't want to back the photos. Ain't nobody got time for that. And so I'm just going to grab those little China markers and just go around my picture to draw like a really messy border. I love doing that, and I'm so glad I've embraced my messiness. And you will see this spread is extremely messy, but that's okay. That's me, and that's who I am. And when I look back on this spread, I know I can tell definitely it's made by me because of its messy randomness. So I'm putting some little trim on those little clothing tags. The first one I put was this green trim that I got. It's not vintage. It looks vintage, but it's not. I think it's like American Crafts, and it's not the best quality. Like, I don't want to pull too much on it because I think it will rip apart, but I thought it was kind of cool because I just love that vintage trim that has those little baubles hanging off of it. And then the other trim I used was some fabric that I got on a really cool thrift haul, totally unexpected. It was one of my favorite thrift stores. It's actually in my little town, and it was a bunch of 1970s polyester fabric that I found at the beginning of October. And I think my Instagram post, if you saw my Instagram post, I think it was something about Jan Brady, and tell Mrs. Brady that Alice already got the fabric to make Jan's pants because they just reminded me of Brady Bunch. So I clipped off a little bit of that fabric and used it to tie on the clothing tag, and then took a couple little scraps and added it to the file folders, and it just kind of ties it all together. When I add scraps of something, I know this is like a design principle, but I always try to add like in threes or in fives, just an odd number, because it just kind of helps to tie it all in. And so that's why I put those little fabric scraps. Then I felt like I needed to tone down my layout, so I took some turquoise paint and just went through and put some blobs of paint. And I know it doesn't look like I toned it down, but to me it helps with the cohesiveness, because now I've got this layer of turquoise over the whole thing, and it kind of is bringing it all together. So just going over with a new stamp I got. It says table number. I think it's for like wedding invitations or something, but I love it because, I don't know, it's just kind of a cool stamp, the font and everything, but it reminds me of food and going out to eat, and that's something that I do quite often, so I thought I'd put that stamp on there because that was one of the things we did in October, was we went to some new eateries. And then I'm adding a business card to a new place that I discovered called ScrapsKC. I've talked about them before. I will put their information below, but it is an amazing, amazing place for our community, where they just have scraps of arts and crafts and school supplies donated, and then they give back to the community. And then, of course, like people like me can go and buy stuff from them. Plus, I also donate a ton of stuff to them too. So it's like I take in 4 bags, and then I will walk out with a bag of stuff that I've bought. So I went and grabbed some pens because I need to start doing my journaling. And I don't know about you guys, but I get overwhelmed with the amount of pens I have. So I kind of just decided that I don't have time to mess with that today and to make sure every color of ink is perfectly matched up. So I took my bowl and I just picked out a handful of pens, and I said to myself, those are the pens I'm going to use. I'm not going to go back and find any others. If I don't have the pen, I will make do with what I have. And that helps me to streamline my journaling. So now I'm going to add some stickers. So I'm pulling out my sticker categories that I have in my big sticker bin and just kind of adding some random stickers. I noticed that I have these ones that I've had forever. Must have got them off the clearance rack or something, but it has to do with birthday, and they're kind of these little interactive stickers. So I really wanted to use that one with the birthday cake, but I couldn't find a place to fit it. So I settled on the one that says cheers, because this was my birthday month, and so I thought, well, that will kind of, tie in the whole birthday thing, because I do like to celebrate my birthday, and I do like to celebrate it all month long. I'm so lucky that my birthday's at the end of the month, because that means I get the entire month as my birthday month. And I'm lucky too, because I'm the only one in my family that has an October birthday. There's like 3 or 4 of us that have October or November birthdays, and of course then there's Christmas and stuff like that, but yeah, I get October all to myself. So now I'm going to go through, once I stuck some stickers down, I'm going to go through and just outline some of those little turquoise marks that I made with paint. And it just kind of adds a little detail and a little definition to those marks. I don't do it to all of them. I'm just doing it to some of them. And then I'm going to go through and add some journaling. And my journaling is really messy. There's not a lot of thought or feeling that goes into it. I'm just literally writing down what it was, where it was, who it was with, and what I liked about it or didn't like about it. So just adding some details to a couple of these file folders. And this actually, I don't know how this one's going to turn out, but when I went to write in that file folder, I actually grabbed a charcoal pencil. I thought it was one of my China markers, but it was a charcoal pencil. So you can see when I put it down on the paper and stuck my hand on it, it actually came up. So I have some fixative that I can spray on it that I use for chalk pastels and stuff. I think I may have to go back and do that because I don't want it to rub off and eventually be gone. But yeah, that was kind of stupid. I wasn't really paying attention and I grabbed the wrong marker. So I wanted to document this little file folder in the upper right hand corner. I wanted to spend some time on it because I found something that I absolutely fell in love with, and I didn't think I was going to like it, but I went to a new coffee place here in Kansas City, and it's called Monarch Coffee, and they were advertising a sweet potato latte. Now, I know everybody loves pumpkin spice lattes. I'm probably gonna be hated for this statement, but I don't love them. They're just too sweet, and I don't know. There's just something about them. I like my coffee bitter, and I don't like a lot of sweetness. So when I saw this sweet potato, I was like, okay, I'm going to go try this. And after I ordered it, I thought, nah, I don't think this is going to work. And then I got it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It probably is because the place that I got it from is just a really, really good coffee place. But it tasted just like drinking an actual sweet potato. And it wasn't too sweet, and it had the bitterness of the coffee and well, not even the bitterness of the coffee, the strongness of the coffee, which I really love. It was perfection. So I really wanted to document that. I also wanted to document my love of apples and how I was able to use my apples that I had gotten back in, oh my gosh, August or September when we went to the apple orchard. And I was able to use the last of them by making pies and cakes and muffins and sauce and all that good stuff. And then inside the file folder in the upper right-hand corner, I wanted to document my favorite cider donut place that is actually just down the road from us, and how we had to wait a long time for them to open up this year, but they finally opened up, and we ran in at they were closing. It was like on a Saturday night. They were closing, and they gave us a free bag of donuts. So we bought a bag, and they gave us a free bag. So that was kind of awesome. And then down in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm finishing up by adding some stuff to that sweet card that I was sent. And I just kind of wanted to use that card to dedicate to how much I appreciate the love that I get from you guys out there, and when you send me things and stuff. I just think that is the kindest thing ever. So I'm pulling out some of my stickers, my love stickers, and kind of journaling a little bit about that. And I didn't realize this until actually right now as I'm going back and doing the voiceover. It's ironic that I used her card that I was showing my appreciation and everything for all of the stuff that you guys have given me, and the love and the support. But in that card, I also put that ScrapsKC business card, and that is, to me, that is awesome that those two things went together, because they do go together. ScrapsKC is such a giving place, and the things they do for our homeless and for our needy in the community, and then just for Kansas City, Missouri school teachers who may not have all of the resources, they really support them. And I thought, okay, that's kind of cool that I put that in the card that was given to me, and that's the card where I'm documenting how much I appreciate the love that I get from you guys. So there's my spread. It's pretty interactive. There's quite a bit of stuff going on, but I like it. And I feel really good because I got October documented, and I was able to play around with some stickers and some paints. And yeah, so I'm loving this. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of the day.